Oh, tough one. Tough one, obviously. Just last game at the house. Last game for me, last game for the seniors. You know, you want to put more of a fight together. Even if you drop it, you want to feel like, man, we gave it a great effort. And we just had too many brain farts today to be able to make that statement. I think they had 47 of their 90, what they have, 94? 47 of their 94 were off of our turnovers and transition defense. So those are things that obviously we've got to do a much better job of taking care of the ball. And I mean, it's not like we turn it over a lot, but they all led. They had 28 points in fast break, killed us on the inside, and that wasn't just in post up. It was also off the bounce. We just couldn't keep guys in front. And number one's a really good player. He's kind of coming into his own right now. He had 47 a couple nights ago, 27 tonight. He's just playing with a lot of confidence. But the surprise was probably Luke Gray. He goes out there and hits 4 3-pointers, and hadn't been shooting it well. But he shot it well the last 3 games. He was 5 for 12 the last 3 games. So, and he comes out tonight and goes 4 for 6. So he's 9 for 18. He's shooting 50% over the last 4 games. So we got to guard him differently, obviously, and have something else in the hopper for that. So we've got some things that we're going to do a little bit differently, and probably should have put a couple of those in tonight, the things that we've been thinking about. But the most important game's the next one. So you got your non-conference, you got your conference, and you got your postseason. And we go into that tournament, and we just got to get one more game. On the season, you just get one more game. And after that game, we just got to get one more game. And we take it with that kind of mentality. And I would hope that would, if you're a competitor, I would hope you would come with a positive energy and a connectivity with your teammates that would give you a chance to put your best foot forward. Now, whether that ends up winning a game for us, I honestly don't know. I don't know who's the better team. Right now, they're the better team. We played them twice. They beat us twice. So for us to be the better team that night, we're going to need to do those things. And we're going to have to approach this like it's a 0-0 type situation. So, and not just in words, but in our energy and in our communication. And then you're going to have to play 4 and 5 days if we're blessed enough to be able to keep advancing. So one of the most important things right now is going to be how we take care of ourselves. And CJ, he's been playing his heart out, and he's just not having Juice here really kind of screwed up our rotation. So, but he's healing up at home. Hopefully he'll be ready to go on Monday. I'm thinking we're gonna take tomorrow off for all the guys. So if he's healthy enough to play on Monday and practice, we'll leave on Tuesday morning. We'll practice here. We'll head up there on the bus. It's a nice healthy, and then we'll try to stop halfway and have some snacks or something. I don't know, but the rest of the itinerary we'll lay it all out, and we'll give ourselves or give the kids, the young men, the best chance to perform at their capacity.
Coach, can you just talk a little bit about the senior group, specifically, Jason?
Petty was one of those blessings that kind of came from nowhere. We saw him at a Phoenix prep school, and I don't think he had one scholarship offer, and ends up being a freshman of the year, and has a really, really good year that second year as well. He struggled this year, obviously, statistically, but he had some bright spots. I mean, he's shooting it a lot better. I think today was 4 for 7 for 3. I think he was maybe that yesterday or Thursday. So we need him to do that. We need him to shoot the ball better. He's got to get those twos up to the 3-point range, and the 3-point percentage, and then he'll be in good shape. But he still had 18 tonight. But we got to get the rebounding up. That was what was the glaring thing for me as a team, was the rebounding. I think they out-rebounded us 42 to 27. That's unacceptable. And then, the other 3 guys, when you look at each one of them, they're guys that we didn't even know they existed. And then all of a sudden they're a part of your family. And this is the new landscape. And that's why I'm not a fan of it, but I understand it. It's not the way we planned it, but I understand it. And, if I choose to, I don't know what I'm going to do. But whatever I end up doing, I have a much better, I learned so much this year, like Jerome, he's a fantastic human being. I'm so glad we met. We're going to be buddies for a long time. I already feel like he's super mature, and we have different kind of conversations than we do with the freshmen and so forth. So him and his girl Chloe are awesome folks, and in the Netherlands, give me another reason to go over there and visit Yuli and him. And then obviously AD has had his challenges, with health and physical, things that have happened throughout the year. I don't really put all the way out there like that, but he's getting healthier and he had some good minutes in the second half. So he's playing a little better. So I'm hoping he gives us a good game also. But it was great getting to know all of those guys, and then who's the other one? Cash. Oh, good. Yeah, I don't know. Forget Cash Money. So, and Cash is one of those kids that has grown so much since he's been here. Like he had, some challenges when he got here. But he'll be the first to tell you, man, he's happy he came. He's happy he joined my family. He's a part of my family. His mom and Trina and the rest of the crew are like, I had to make some gumbo for him, and they knew they were coming to town. So that's the stuff that's not in the media, not in that like I go to Atlanta, I'm staying with them. I go to Netherlands, I'm staying with Julian, or I'm staying with Jerome. So I'm setting myself up for a great retirement across the globe, and it won't be publicized, but it will be enjoyed.
Final game in the Swinney Center. As you kind of reflect on the last 4 years, what you've spoken about it a few times.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't see yourself as a Midwest guy, but what do you look back fondly on from these last 4 years?
Well, I feel like I turned into one. I feel like I embraced the city, the historical jazz district. We've been to several spots that I walk in now and it's like cheers. They know it's Coach, coming in. And so I wasn't a Midwest guy, and I ended up really embracing this region of the States. And it was good to have snow at Christmas. I've been in the desert for the last 15 years, so this was pretty cool. Beautiful home, beautiful neighbors. I had a chance to come and work a few years with one of my good friends, Dr. Martin. So there were a lot of positives, man. It's just the game changed. I didn't come here, expecting NIL to be even in existence. The transfer portal wasn't here when I took the job. When all things are equal, I'm a pretty good coach. I can compete with some good guys. I've learned from the best. I've been under some great coaches, and I have the blueprint. But the blueprint, when you're not at an equitable level with everyone in conference, your expectations have to match your investment. And Dr. Martin is working his tail off, and he's figuring it out as well. So we kind of both were doing it along the way, but and I'm not complaining. I'm just saying those are the facts. This is just the facts, and it's. I never got into the games for wins and losses, so it's kind of ironic. My last one, I had the worst season in my career. But that's why it probably doesn't hurt me as much, because I didn't get into it for that. I got into it for those 4 guys that are graduating, and the 6 that graduated last year, and the few that graduated the year before them. I talked to, Mel. I sent a video for Melvin today on his senior night, Iban Coley, and I still talk to, and Cam Foss sent me a great text tonight. And so, listen, man, I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm healthy. I got a great family. My brother's here celebrating his birthday. So life's good, man. Life's good. If we can finish on a high note, win a few games, that'd be cherry on the top. But the pie's good, man. I'd love to put a cherry on the top, but the pie's good. The record didn't show that, but man, I'm happy with what the Lord provided for me the last 4 years. All right.
One quick question for you,
Sure.
Coach. Because you've been coaching for a very long time.
45 years.
45 years, coached with Rick Pitino. Mm-hmm. You've coached international players.
Yep.
What is one piece of advice you would give a young coach, up-and-coming coach, who has a desire to coach on the men's or women's side? What would you recommend?
It's a great question. And that answer was different when I got the job to what it is now, right? Mm-hmm. So now your relationships are important And building a culture used to be like really important, right? Relationships with the players, as an assistant coach, as somebody climbing the ladder, they still play a role, but you got to have some money. I would say go to programs that the leadership is willing to invest to compete, because losing does suck. And if you're going to take any good job, is a job that is armed with the ammunition to compete at the upper echelon of conference. So I would say, go somewhere where you're going to give yourself a chance. Loving the game, loving the X and O's, loving the players is all part of the. You've got to have an investment that gives you that opportunity. So young guys got to look at the whole conference. What do the other teams have in conference? What are their facilities like? What are their, what's their leadership mentality and philosophy and all that kind of things? Because otherwise, you get in just to get in, and then you don't have a chance to really grow. Because you hit a wall pretty early because everybody still looks at winning and losing. I think it's a great profession. I think I got into it for the right reasons, and I'm getting out for the right reasons. So I'm good with that. All right, guys.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate you.